Hello, dear learners. My name is Professor Janko. You're welcome to this session and you're advised to like, comment, and share this video. And you're also advised to subscribe to this YouTube channel. For more information regarding one-on-one online session, feel free to email me at the address ftpriest@yahoo.ca. Today's discussion is about the remainder theorem. So that is the title of our discussion, the remainder theorem. Let's move on to the learning objectives. What should you achieve by the end of the session? So our learning objective is to enable you know the statement of the remainder theorem. That's the first point. The second point is to help you know how to solve problems related to the remainder theorem. As an introduction, we will dive straightforward into the statement of the remainder theorem. What does the remainder theorem state? It states that if a polynomial f of x is divided by g of x equals to ax minus b, then the remainder is f of b divided by a. This is the statement of the remainder theorem. It involves polynomial, as you can see. Now, we are going to look at an example on how to use the remainder theorems to solve problems related to this topic. The first example is as follows. The question is, use the remainder theorem to find the remainder r when f of x equals to 4x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x minus 1 is divided by g of x equals to x plus 2. So let's have a look at the solution to this question. Here is the solution. You need to be able to know how to use the remainder theorem to solve this question. So we have our f of x equals to 4x, equals to 4x, not 6x. So we have our remainder, our function, which is f of x equals to 4x cubed plus 5x squared plus 6x minus 1. And the function that we're going to use as a divisor is g of x equals to x plus 2. So we can let our g of x, which is x plus 2, equals to 0. And this implies our x equals to minus 2. So according to the remainder theorem, we have that f of minus 2 is indeed the remainder of this function when it is divided by g of x equals to x plus 2. So what we need now to do is to substitute minus 2 into the function f of x. So we're going to have our f of minus 2 is equals to 4 times minus 2 to the power 3 plus 5 times minus 2 to the power 2 plus 6 times minus 2 minus 1. If you simplify this, you are going to have minus 25. So our remainder is minus 25. That is how we use the remainder theorem. Okay? Now, we're going to have another example of a question which makes use of the remainder theorem. Now, the second example here, we are asked to determine the value of p when f of x equals to 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus p of x minus 26 is divided by h of x equals to x minus 2, and the remainder we obtain is minus 24. So we have here the remainder. We are now asked to find the value of the unknown in the expression of the function f of x. We are looking for p. So remember, the theorem, according to the theorem, let's have the solution here. So according to the theorem, the remainder when this function is divided by this is minus 2, minus 24. So this implies f of the f of x, which equals to 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus p of px, or p times x, sorry. Let me write it nicely so that you shouldn't confuse. It is p times x, not p of x. P times x, okay? Minus 26. So our divisor is h of x equals to x minus 2. So we let our x minus 2 equals to 0 to obtain the value of x. This implies x equals to 2. This implies f of 2 is equals to minus 24 according to the remainder theorem. Now that we know that f of 2 equals to minus 24, we now need to substitute 2 into this function and equate that substitution to minus 24 and then find the value of p of x. So we're going to have f of 2, which is equals to 2 times 2 to the power 3 minus 7 times 2 to the power 2 plus p times 2 minus 26. This gives us minus 24, right? According to the remainder term, this should be equal to minus 24. Hence, or this implies, we simplify this, we subtract this, and we simplify all the similar terms. So we're going to have here minus 38 plus 2p equals to minus 24. This implies 2p is equals to minus 24 plus 38. Therefore, 2p is equals to 14. Okay? P, we divide both sides by 2, our p equals to 7. So we substitute our function, therefore, is f of x equals to 2x cubed minus 7x squared plus 7x minus 26. This is our function. That is how we use the remainder theorem to solve this type of questions. This leads us to the end of our discussion. So what did we discuss up to this extent? We discussed the statement of the remainder theorem, which states that if a function f of x is divided by another function h of x equals to ax minus b, then the remainder is f of b divided by a. That's the statement of the theorem. And we did see how we can use the theorem to solve problems related to this topic. Okay, thank you for following our video up to the end. Once more, you're advised to like, share, and comment this video. You're also advised to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thank you once more and see you in the upcoming video. Bye.